sprayer is brand new or has been in storage, you'll want to flush out the storage fluid. Be sure to put on your safety glasses before getting started. A spill tray can be used to catch any paint drips and keep your painting area clean. To flush out your unit, turn the prime spray valve to prime. Separate the prime tube from the suction tube and place the prime tube into a waste pail. If spraying oil-based materials, submerge the suction tube in mineral spirits or compatible cleaning solvent. If spraying water-based materials, submerge the suction tube in water. Make sure the unit is plugged into a grounded outlet. Turn the power switch on and turn the pressure control knob slowly clockwise until the pump starts. Because GRACO sprayers feature a demand delivery system, when you first turn on your sprayer, the pump may not run until the pressure control knob is turned up to a point that demands delivery. Your GRACO pump lasts longer because it only pumps when needed. Allow fluid to flow out of the prime tube into the waste pail for about 30 seconds until the fluid is running clear. Turn the power switch off. You are now ready to prime the unit and hose with paint. Stir your paint to make sure that it's fully mixed. It's a good idea to strain your paint. Use a strainer bag to rid the paint of any unwanted sediments that might affect the finish and clog the spray tip. Now submerge the suction tube into the paint pail with the prime tube still in the waste pail. The prime spray valve should still be in the prime position. Turn the power switch on. The sprayer's motor should begin to run. When paint comes out of the prime tube, release the trigger safety on the gun and squeeze the trigger into the waste pail. Keep the trigger squeezed while turning the prime spray valve horizontal to the spray position. Be sure to squeeze the trigger during this step. Continue triggering the gun into the waste pail to pump the water out of the hose until you see paint coming out of the gun. At this point, go ahead and release the trigger and turn the gun safety on so the trigger cannot be accidentally squeezed. The sprayer, hose, and gun are now loaded with paint. You can now clip the prime tube back onto the suction tube so both tubes are now in the paint pail. Remember to turn the pressure control clockwise to increase spraying pressure to high spray. Now it's time to install the tip and tip guard. Before installing the tip and guard, double check the safety on the gun. Attach the tip and guard assembly onto the gun and hand tighten the retaining nut. Be sure that the arrow-shaped handle of the spray tip is pointing forward and that it is inserted or seated completely into the housing. The arrow-shaped handle of the spray tip points forward when it is in the spray position and can be turned backward for unclogging the spray tip. This is why GRACO tips are called reversible spray tips. Tips can also be used to spray either vertically or horizontally depending upon their position in the housing and your preference. Remember, never put your hand in front of the spray tip and never point the spray gun at yourself or anyone else. Selecting the correct spray tip is vital to the quality of your finish and the performance of your new GRACO unit. Your unit comes with a tip that is used in most common applications. Generally, a heavy material like exterior latex paint requires a larger spray tip hole size, and lighter materials like stains and enamels require a smaller spray tip hole size. On average, a GRACO carbide spray tip will spray 15 to 40 gallons or more before it needs to be replaced. Spray tip life depends on the quality and abrasiveness of the material being sprayed. Most materials will identify which spray tip to use on the outside of their container. Make sure the spray tip size you select is supported by your sprayer. Visit your local GRACO retailer or visit GRACO online for additional information on tip selection. Once the tip and tip guard are properly installed, you're ready to spray.